Hello everyone and welcome to Gavra Racing for another round of the Weekend League, as today we're here for round number 3 in the Weekend League, Tier 5, as today we are going to be visiting the famous, the notorious Circuit de Gilles Villeneuve, as today we're here in Canada, the second world's most French-spoken country. So we're here today in Canada, and it's going to be a very interesting. So at the start qualifying, it seems that everyone's went very early, so it could have posed that summer conditions, maybe the rain is coming very soon. DPD set a 1 minute 12.029 on the mediums, so some drivers are opting for the alternate strategy as DBD and Brown, as well as Cammy's now set a lap here. So let's see, what is he gonna do? He's gonna do an 18.8, but that was invalidated. But yeah, they could be expecting rain here because because it went so quickly, out so quickly. Here goes backwards, but he's invalidated, as well as Spaniel. Obviously, invalidating here is super difficult. But today with me is, as always, Mr. Low Lion, who's commentating with me as usual.
Hello. Hello. Sorry, I just had a little bit of a voice moment there. Hello. I'm here obviously as per. So hopefully today's race is Canada. It's a very interesting track. I think there'll be a lot of penalties. I think there'll be a few crashes at the Wall of Champions. So see if last year's champion crashes there, right?
Well, we'll see about that. So Shortbread leading the first position at the moment. He is looking for a pole position here, provisionally, who's now 1 minute 09.469. That's the time to beat, as Liam's just made a big jump here, so good that from Liam. But Siam Ferrari looking maybe to complete another lap here, as he does get a bit of a bad exit there at the Wall of Champ, and he does improve. But then, Brown has been disqualified.
I don't actually know what's happened there.
Oh, wow.
Blocking the pit lane, but he's literally on the other side of the track.
Well, that happens often here, Low Lion. Not often at this circuit, but at all circuits. He blocked the pit lane, apparently, Gavra. He apparently blocked the pit lane at the exit of it, probably. But let's see what can backwards boys on and out of that. But let's see what can anything do. But it's raining. No, it's actually not. It looked like it was raining, but it's not yet.
It did. On Spaniel's car, it did look like it was raining as well.
Yeah, it definitely did. So Spaniel sets a 1 minute 12.3. Siam Ferrari's now on his in lap. But I'm just looking at drivers who are on their laps. But let's see what can Skeldo do through the final corner. 13 and 14 bit too deep, that the second initial part. Low Line, he crosses the line. What's it going to be? It's going to be 1:11.9. So he's about nearly 2 seconds off the pace.
Yeah. Yeah, interesting that the fact that P1 down to P4, this could be like, it's a big gap. Like P4 is 1.4 seconds off the pace compared to shortbreads. I just think that's a bit crazy.
Yeah, so let's see what can backwards boy do here. The Pakistan driver is going to try and do everything he can here. Let's see. So now through turns 1 and 2, pretty smooth. Through turn 3 and 4, where Sebastian Vettel, Lewis Hamilton had a pretty big incident there. But now through turn number 6, I believe, just getting the car nicely set up here. Just got to plant the throttle here. DRS online for the Alfa Romeo, who's going to now try and get turns 7 and 8 on his sight, and is going to do a pretty decent job on that. No big shambles there for him at the moment. 41.4, which is the best sector on the track from all drivers here. So very good middle sector there from the Pakistan driver. So now DRS, another DRS and coming up, and now he's going to try and get maybe pole position here as it's looking very good at the moment. Let's see, through the final chicane here, 13 and 14. It's done that really nicely there, getting the power down. Bearsy's retired from the session, looks like a crash, but he does get the final sector purple.
Sorry about the noises there.
Yeah.
I was just having a look at Bearsy's crash so I can go on board with someone. Oh yeah, right in the middle of the track. Blooming heck. Yeah,
Wow.
he's literally right in the middle of the track. Whee! I don't know what exactly happened there. Has he hit the wall of that exit? I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, I'm really not sure, but yeah, at the moment we're seeing a lot of drivers here struggling to get laps done. Let's look at some of the Apex with food.
Really getting overcast here, actually. I think Shortbread's actually just gone and got this down next lap in validation. He has.
Let's see what
he
can
went over the
Simon.
curve a little bit too much.
Let's see what can Simon. That Apex was a wheel on the track there where Bearsy has crashed, but now he's 5 tenths down, so it's not looking like a lap for the Dutchman. As he's gonna have DRS, and now he's gonna try. And so if I blocked anyone, just lost, of course, after invalidating. Oh, that's really unfortunate for you, Bearsy, but obviously there's opportunities for the next lap. He crashed. He apparently lost the rear there, but quick thing, Bacchus Boy is 3 milliseconds ahead of Simon at Apex, so it's very close. But yeah, Mario at the moment the championship leader, P5, so he's now looking to improve that lap. He's now into provisionally maybe on improving his lap here. Let's see the Spanish driver struggling a bit here around the circuit, it seems like, but let's see what can Seal and Ferrari do here. The man, I believe, in P3 in the championship, so let's see what can the third man do here. So through the final quarter, preparing and make sure not invalidate us. Obviously it's this the next lap, so it really is annoying, but it's through turn number 1, brake just when the concrete starts. For the second time now, getting the car nicely planted on the power, and now you want to try and get the car nicely positioned into turn 3 and 4. Super easy to invalidate, as he's done that really nicely. Now you want to brake just before, like maybe 50 meters before the concrete starts on the right hand side, as now he's gonna, and now the Polish driver is gonna now go over 190 miles an hour into turn 7, goes a bit deep there. He does get a pretty decent exit, but I could hamper him on his lap. But let's see, he's 2 tenths up at the moment, so at the moment it's all good. Mats has just gone 4th fastest for let's see, still see Ferrari. He's at the moment on the verge of maybe improving from Mata here. He's now with DRS, and now he's going to reach very high speeds of over 190 miles an hour, and now he's going to go through turns 13 and 14 through the final chicane, as now he does get it nicely done. And now let's see what's it gonna be. It's gonna be a 1 minute 9.5, and that is a very good lap, and that's 300th behind Simon at Apex, and 32 milliseconds behind Bacchus Boys, so it's very close at the moment. But yeah, good evening to Tabby Dopdex, and Tabby Dopdex shows their grimacing emoji there, so hopefully you're alright there. But let's see, Matza here, who's got a bit of a cheeky slipstream here from Spanel here, maybe. The Spanel's on a lap here, I'm not sure what Spanel is going to do here, but it might interrupt it. But Matza's actually going into the pits, it looks like, as it's actually going to be sunny for, because it's looking like sunny, there's going to be some sunny spells around Montreal, so all is looking good right now. So maybe the rain is coming then, but it's but yeah, hello to all 14 people, so again more people now, so good evening to all of you, as at the moment James was the only man on the mediums to have set a time on them, so let's see how well James will do on the soft. Let's see, is he going to go faster, but at the moment it is Shortbread still holding his fists are, holding his hands on pole position.
Yes, so just on board with Billy Misu, and just a quick check back to Simon the Apex. So Billy Misu is 2/10 up on his previous time with a 110.1. Yeah, he's just set. He's got a tenth, like a tenth quicker. Simon the Apex has invalidated, unfortunately, but a lot of people looking strong here, looking stronger than they did in the first bit.
Yeah, but Billy Meese was setting a pretty decent time. That definitely can be improved there for Billy Misu, the Premier Series driver, who's gonna try and make some amends to that. But it's Chef. Good evening. I suck equals goat. But let's see. He's invalidated, so he's pretty struggling right now with the. Yeah, but obviously invalidations are so common on this circuit. But let's see, Simon Apex is validating. He's gonna now start a brand new lap. Let's see how he can do here, getting the car nicely settled in to the groove of Montreal. Now getting the exit power planted down as a Mercedes of Mario Edge led him past. As now it's going to be very slow into turn number 4 and 5. Now into turn 6, brake just at the 100 meters or just before the concrete starts. But now into, which is turn number 8 or number 9, I'm not sure, but through turn that corner, he's done a really good job doing that. He's around 3 milliseconds up, so if he's still 3 milliseconds ahead, he's gonna be backwards boy and have the same time. But he's gonna now have the slipstream, a bit of a slipstream from backwards boys on an outlap. But let's see, here goes Simon through the final corner, 200 miles an hour there. So looks like to have a very draggy setup. Let's see, through across the line, it's gonna be a minimal improvement, minimal time lost there. But Shortbread now is going out for an outlap, CLM as well, so now everyone's on the lap. Let's see what can Backwards Boy do here, Low Lion.
Backwards Boy is actually invalidated.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That is very unfortunate, as Simon Apex slowing down excessively as now he's cutting through the grass, as there's a bit of traffic between but yeah, Shortbread. But yeah, we can see now Mario looks to be struggling here, 8th at the moment, as the Spaniard, is looking not very good, but he's 3/10 up, so he could still maybe do something on the lap. So through now this very short but very long straight at times, but now into the final corner, into turns 12 and 13. I don't think it's 13 and 14, but now gets a bit of a wiggle out on the rear there. Now he's going to cross the line into 1 minute 10.0, and that is going to be P7. But Matza,
oh, Shortbread, hold on a minute, Shortbread has got this our next lap invalidation. He's going to have to fly around to get back.
Oof, that is very unfortunate that Macwas on a lap here is about a 10th up at the moment, so it's looking very close at the moment. But Sian Ferraro is also on a lap, he's 3 seconds down, he's invalidated, but there is one more lap for the Polish driver to go, and let's see, is it gonna be the good lap? Let's see what can he do here. So down into turn 1, brake just when the concrete starts, getting the car nicely settled in. You'll just be super aggressive on the throttle here. Now through a final through the first couple of corners now, as he goes a bit deep in there, could have lost a bit of time, but we know in turns number 6 or 7
I think Backwards Boy's going to get pole here. Sorry, but I do think Backwards Boy is going to steal pole away from Shortbread. I think he is, and Shortbread's made the lap. So Shortbread is going to have another go at this. Mid by second.
Yeah, so Shortbread is going to have a chance. I see a Warrior spun, and that is going to aid disqualifying dreams, as that is probably got bit trigger happy with a throttle. Mario can still do something about it, so Mario can even move up some positions. Billy Miso goes into fifth by the merest of margins. Backwards Boy P1. I
think Shortbread's going to do something about it, though. I think Shortbread is going to do something about it. He's a 10th up. I think he's going to do something about it.
Yeah, so here comes Shortbread now, low line into the straight, or the back straight, as many people say, as now through, now approaching the final corner. Now it's gonna be, is it pole as Richard Cianfaro is retired, but now through the final corner, looks to be all smooth, and nice as it is pole position for Shortbread by 5,000ths of a second. It is Shortbread on pole. Shortbread reigns supreme for him as Mario's put up to third. And that is one of the closest qualifying sessions in Canada and possibly maybe Gavra racing history. That is super close, so look at the margins, first to 7th, 1.5 tenths. Wow.
Wow. I was saying how it wasn't that close earlier on, but it got close towards the end. 5,000ths of a second is the gap from P1 to P2. Blooming heck.
Yes, definitely. That is an absolutely excruciating qualifying session. So it's going to be Shortbread by a very close margin in pole position from Backwards Boy. Mario doing a pretty good, job there. Matza fourth, Simon fifth, Billy Misu sixth, Sean Ferrari, Skeldog, Cami, Liam finished the top 10. Alpita, then it's going to be JB Surreal, 12th as, yeah, that. Just a quick edit at Gavra, well, top 7 I should say, so that is super close. 1.5 tenths between the top 7. Very close margins. Hello to all 17 of you, good evening to you, as... Oh yeah, that was a great lap from Shortbread to steal the show from Backwards. But now we know the drivers, the top 7 are very identical pace here, about 10th, so it's super close. So let's see how will the grid form now. The drivers are going to get their strategies up and running, and just maybe make very small edits to their strategies for the race, as yeah, anyone in the top 7 can win obviously, but overtaking can be slightly difficult around here. But now we're going to be heading into the formation lap here.
Yeah, so I'm just going to go and get my phone charger. I'll be back in 2 seconds, and then I will say something.
Yep, that is fine, as yeah, we've got Shortbread here. Easy gonna try and defend from Backwards Boy here, who looks to be very quick recently. Mario, Matza with a very good 2. The two brothers, P4 5, Billy Misu 6th, and then we've got CLM P7 here. So Billy Misu P6, so a pretty good qualifying from him, as let's see what can he do in the Alfa Romeo as his teammates up to P2, so it's very good statement from him, as we've got Cami in P9 and Liam in P10, and then we've got RP to 11th, JMB Cyril 12th, DBD 13th, Spanel 14th, Isaac 15th, Bearsy 16th. He's going to try and own up after that crash, the initial crash, and Brown P7. So that is the grid for the Grand Prix. So I believe that this start is going to be absolutely excruciating, and I hope everybody watching is going to be absolutely excited for this one. So Shortbread going to be taking the first grid slot with Backwards Boy behind, and the rest of the grid follows the pair of them. So as now Isaac and Bailey have collided or have a bit of a nudge, and they've both disqualified, and now are waiting in the grid. So but I believe Lowline is back, so it's going to be lights out very soon.
Yes, it's lights out very soon. I don't know if you've run them through the tyres already, but yet again, JMB Cyril on his beloved medium tyres. Spannel on the mediums, Arpita on the mediums, Bessie on the mediums. The top 10 obviously on the softs because that's what they qualified on, but I'm going to hand over to Zexify now. I don't know if you can hear me that well, Mark wasn't that close, but I'm going to hand over to Zexify.
But now we're going to be running to lights out. Now the lights are going to be counting down here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The lights are going out. As it's lights out and away we go. Backwards Boy gets a very good start. Shortbread bogging down there. Could have didn't help it, but that's Seal Ferrari sending it to the inside. 3 wide between Billy Misu, Mario and CLM Ferrari. The title rivals kicking off. The title has wheel to wheel here at the start of the Grand Prix. CLM Ferrari gets a very good start.
To Liam. Actually, Billy Misu, sorry. That's Billy Misu gone.
Billy Misu
went round there. Oh, that's our Peter in the wall. So CLM Ferrari and Simon that Apex. They've all made contact there.
As that was a very chaotic, and let's see, CLM Ferrari does have damage. As let's see what has happened.
Oh my gosh, Skeldog and DBD made massive contact there. Skeldog actually tipped into the wall, but he's got heavy front wing damage here. So, what a crazy restart. Mario goes for the move on Matza, but Matza is going to be switched back. Oh my gosh, it's all kicking off here. Wow, and there was a bit of a rear end there even.
This is absolutely kicking off Billy Miso and CLM Ferrari now. They have been in pretty much a bit of contact.
JMB Surreal's going for a move on Skeldog at the Wall of Champions. He's made that move with DRS. Billy Misu has also passed CLM Ferrari. Has he gone into the pit lane? Oh, he's trying to overtake him into the pit lane. Who made the move?
It's CLM Ferrari behind, but what a start from everybody. But that was super intense. I'm not sure what happened, but CLM Ferrari looked like he just got absolutely just taken out.
Yeah. But here comes Bearsy actually. Hold on, Bearsy is actually about to pass Spannel. They're side by side. I'm not quite sure what corner number this is, but it's a lovely move from the Haas driver.
Yeah, so Bearsy getting the move done. P7 at the moment, DBD, and Isaac P6 and 5. So it's a good result at the moment for the Red Bulls. But guys are so great. Yeah, I'm not sure what really happened to CLM. I'm pretty sure it got took out or something. But I think. But yeah, but we've got now CLM Ferrari battering Billy Misu here. But the title rivals CLM Ferrari and Mario were wheel to wheel. Initially.
Here comes Bearsy though. Sorry about interrupting you there, but Bearsy is side by side with DBD into the Wall of Champions corner. I don't know, it's a chicane thing. And I think Bearsy's pulled that pass off into the chicane. Lovely move from him.
Yeah, the drives are really aggressive there. That's something I believe will happen, but still, CLM is going to try maybe get Billy Misu here. Billy Misu now going to be threatening it, but Isaac gets a penalty of 3 seconds, but CLM Ferrari is now trying to stay behind Billy Misu here, as they're going to try and kick it off wheel to wheel possibly, but as now DRS is enabled, so the drivers will have a bit of more assistance in overtaking. And now this is where the overtakes happen. Brown just appointing my statement that gets into P9 here, low line, but look at Liam now. He's going to maybe try and go down the inside of turn 10.
Yep. There goes Liam down the inside of Brown. Lovely move, but I'm going to go on board with Shortbread. He could be looking to pass Backwards Boy into this chain. What's happened? Is that Brown?
Liam and Brown made contact. I saw Brown had nowhere to
Hold
go.
on, but there's a battle for the lead. There's a battle for the lead. Shortbread is going to go down the inside of Backwards Boy. Into turn one. It's a lovely move. Backwards Boy goes straight back at him. It's side by side into turn two. It's lovely racing from these two. They're still side by side. How is this one going to end? It's gone wide as Backwards Boy. It's almost like a Sebastian Vettel Hamilton situation if Matza was a little bit closer.
Yeah, there was a bit of contact between Shortbread and Backwards Boy here. Shortbread and Backwards Boy came together last race. Let's see, will that happen? Exactly the same race, but here goes Bezzy.
Again, yeah, go for it, because Bezzy is passing Isaac. Isaac went into the wall a little bit there. That cost him a lot of time, and Bezzy passed him with ease there in the Haas.
Yeah, Bezzy doing a very good job there getting into P5, but Isaac is very close behind Bezzy. He's going to now have DRS soon. He's got a bit of oversteer there, a lot of oversteer, and that's DPT hitting the wall at turn 10. That's a big whack. That's a pretty big crash. I'm not sure if there's definitely some front wing damage. Brown into P10 now from that. But Liam and Brown making big contact there, lap 4.
JMB Surreal's trying to look for a move on his teammate, but do you know what happened to CLM Ferrari?
Not sure really, but what I could say is probably he got ahead and somebody must have made contact with him, but here goes JMB Surreal.
No, he's lost loads of time to Cammy. He's actually lost position to Cammy and lost loads of time to Billy Misu.
Oh, so something's happened to CLM.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Just things going from bad to worse for him, and this race for him is probably all about damage limitation. He's got to hope that Mario here in the Mercedes makes a mistake. That it's going to be an interesting, I think it's going to be about a 4-way battle for the lead. I think Backwards Boy could literally make the move on Shortbread down this straight. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, so there's going to be a bit of a battle here, but for the lead here, as now Backwards Boy on Shortbread, he's going to try and go round the outside at the,
he's going to the pit.
5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane there, low line. That's going to be pretty crucial, but Matza maybe for the move here. But here goes Mario to the inside. There's a bit of contact between the Dutchman and the Spaniard, as now they're locking wheels together now, as no significant contact, but that was good racing. Very hard, but it was all okay, it seemed like. But Matza is trying maybe to look for an overtake on Shortbread with his beloved ERS, as he loves to use it. Cammy gets a penalty for multiple warnings, 3 seconds to be exact. Here are the penalties, if you wish, but Backwards Boy has 8 seconds, Low Lion.
Yes, unfortunate for Backwards Boy there. I had a feeling that the way he took into that pit lane, I knew it'd be too fast. So unlucky for Backwards Boy, he's actually just made contact with the wall there.
Yeah, as I saw someone at that apex getting ahead of JMB Surreal.
Backwards Boy.
Yes.
That's why I went all, because Spanner went very wide. Backwards Boy then is going to pass Spanner with ease on the main straight. Spanner yielding, doesn't even bother to defend. But Mario dives into the pit lane then. So is he going to get jumped? Backwards Boy, is the overcut going to work? Oh, wow. Undercut, sorry. Mario has been absolutely gulped by Backwards Boy. And I think that will happen to Shortbread and Matza. The fact that Backwards Boy has 8 seconds could change the whole complexion of the race. Actually, oh my gosh, he's in the middle of the track. He's in the middle of the track. He's done exactly what Bezzy did in qualifying.
And that is a safety car.
I'm not surprised. There is a full course. Gosh, Jesus Christ. Liam just scared me. Oh man.
Okay, I guess that's.
Ooh.
But yeah, just quickly read the chat. Too many contact. Yeah, there's just too much contact. If you look at Brown and Liam, but this is a saviour for CLM. Ferrari now is going to close in. Matza, Bezzi, Shawbird now going to go into the pits for mediums, as Bezzi's going to go for the softs.
Backward's going to jump all of them though. Like, actually, it could be close. It could be close with him and Shortbread actually. Oh, this is going to be so tight.
It's going to be Shawbird ahead, Matza behind. So Matza has done a pretty good job as Mario is P4, Bezzi's P5. A big jump. But yeah, this time it's definitely a mistake. Yeah, nobody's really. Yeah, we'll see about how will this race go down. But that was very aggressive from all the drivers there. So now we're gonna be.
Oh, CLM Ferrari. Hold on a minute. He's gained a lot. I think he's going to the ends.
Yes, he looks like he's going to the end there. He can, but he might be a bit of tire problems. But now we're going to see the lovely Aston Martin safety car in action here in Canada.
Oh yeah, the safety car restart is going to be a very, very, very interesting safety car restart. I think there's going to be a few incidents, but I'm not quite sure where they will be.
Yes, as we're going to see how will this go, but we've got a lot of action to go through. So we've got James Real on the hards, interestingly, with a spanner. So both AlphaTauris on the hards, which will.
Well, they started on the mediums, and I don't think the softs can go 10 laps. So, but obviously Bezzi
has done. Who could, but Bezzi can just fly on those softs at the start of the race, but he might be in a bit of tyre race as he's wearing the nice George Russell helmet there from the podium pass there. But hopefully nobody gets any contact, which will give them 5-second penalties all around, as everyone's going to be very cautious because that will result in 5 seconds.
I think Mario has actually just got warning under the full safety car there. So I am going to have a quick look at warnings. Shortbread's got 2, Backwards Boy's got a penalty. Mario has 2 warnings, and he did not just get a warning.
Very interesting there. I'm just going to quickly look at CLM Ferrari because I want to see how much he's got. As he's at the moment got maybe 2 warnings or 3 warnings, but not penalties. So maybe he's on 2 warnings at the moment. So 1 more, that's a penalty for him, but he's got to keep it clean here, as now maybe the safety car might come in this lap, but I don't think it will be.
Yeah.
As actually there it is. So we've got.
I was expecting it to be in this lap.
So as normal, Shortbread's going to become the de facto safety car at this Grand Prix. So we've got Shawbird now warming up his tyres. Backwards Boy super close behind. He's going to try and get the start nicely sorted, and he's going to try and get that position away from Shawbread, as he has done in the start. Hello to Piero finally. Piero, I was wondering where he was, but there he is. Bonjour to Piero. So let's see how this. But you've come at the right time because it is the safety car restart. The Sam's Apex got a 3-second time penalty, but it's the restart. But now here goes Backwards Boy, maybe downing inside. But Shawbread breaks late there and defends his position now. As Jamie Surran Skeldog having a very manic battle here. As now here goes Skeldog possibly to the inside of turn 4. That's a very opportunistic dive, and that's proved success there. Jamie Surreal down to P8. CLM Ferrari gets ahead of Cami, and he's going to try and get past JMB Surreal. Here he gets a bit of understeer there, maybe has a bit of wear there on the mediums, but now he's going to try and give everything his yellow flags. That is a DBD. No, that's brown. I mean, making a bit of contact there. And that is a big moment, but that's a Bezzi and Simon at Apex, as well as Mario having a bit of a big battle. Bezzi does get ahead. As now Mario on board with the Spaniard, the championship lead now on Simon at Apex, as now he's going to try, but Simon is clearly ahead and gets into turn 12 and 13.
Battle for the lead again. Battle for the lead again. I think Backwards Boy's going to go for the move down the inside. No, he does back out.
so Backwards Boy trying everything to get past Shortbread, because Shortbread is he's gonna have his elbows out, but here goes Sim Ferrari on JMB Surreal. Let's see, is JMB Surreal does send us a bit of contact between CLM as they keep this battle going. It's a very nice battle, clean racing from the pair of them. CLM sends it and gets ahead. Billy Misu tries to follow JMB Surreal. There's a bit of contact between Billy Misu and JMB Surreal. Here goes now possibly Liam on JMB Surreal, as now there's a bit of contact and that's Cammy spinning out, and he's going to drop down a lot of positions, and Brown is on the intermediate.
Why is Brown on the inter?
Brown is doing a Sebastian Vettel situation in Turkey, but for the complete opposite scenario.
It's raining very hard.
JMB
It's
Surreal.
raining very, very hard.
JMB Surreal with a massive crash on the back straight, and Liam's lagged out. And that is that's a very big crash. DRS is probably enabled here, as there's been 3 laps now after the safety car, but CM Ferrari losing a bit of time here. Billy Misu just pushing him around. And they're saying, but Liam saying, what an actual joke. I'm not so sure as what happened to you, but I'm hopeful everything's alright. But Liam, Billy Misu now trying to get past CLM. Ferrari, is it going to be here? Low light, he's going to now have DRS. And he's going to try and get the move done maybe into here. CLM Ferrari does defend the position, and he does force CLM Ferrari in that kind of compromised line. And that's going to help Billy Misu even more. But maybe into turn 10 here.
Oh yes, they're going to go. Billy Misu's hand is outside. Lovely. From Billy Misu, clean move. No, he didn't quite make it actually. Speak of the devil, didn't quite make the move stick.
As now Billy Misu, here he goes now on CLM Ferrari, does get the move done. The power of the DRS is on his side. CLM Ferrari now could get another chance at Billy Misu. He has that DRS, he can save it, he can dive it here on Billy Misu, but he won't, he's not going to do that. But no one leaving space, squeezing in the last. He has a lot of work for the stewards. Yeah, for the drivers who are wanting to put in the clear, but it's going a bit overcast here.
Yeah, it's going a bit overcast. It's going very overcast very quickly. I think it's going to be very interesting to see if there's going to be any rain. But it's really going overcast.
Yeah, so CM Ferrari's going to try now, stay in the DRS of Billy Misu, I believe. He's just in the DRS there. There's yellow flags, that is Cammy. He spun again at turn, probably turn number 7.
I actually think Brown is sticking out on the inters here.
Backwards Boy is on the another penalty on against his name. That's going to be very, very unfortunate, as he's got 11 seconds of time penalties. That is very big for the Pakistan driver, who was looking dearly for a win here in Canada, but he's not probably going to get it unless Shortbread in the next 5 laps or so gets 4 3-second time penalties, which probably won't happen, but Shortbread is looking very nice at the moment. So Shortbread still trying to stay behind, but Backwards Boy gets a pretty nice exit, a pretty nice entry, but that gets a pretty poor exit here. Backwards Boy now, he's going to try and get the move done here, low line. He's going to now maybe go to the inside of the final chicane, and he does get the move done. Oh, there's a bit of contact between Shortbread and Backwards Boy. Is now Baxter's now all over Shortbread. It's going to be a bit of, as now Shortbread does not have DRS. He's going to now go down the inside Shortbread just enough, just at the right time. But that is a Bearsy big dive bomb from him. Matza reacts very quick. Bearsy goes into P3. and gets the move done on Madsen, moves up to 3rd place on those soft tyres.
Ooh, this is an eventful, very eventful race. Spinner, 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 spinner.
It's raining.
Fun. It's raining? Oh, it's raining! It's raining! Maybe that's what Brown was waiting for. But it's too late now, it's been lapped.
But he's 40 seconds behind the other car, which is JMB Smooth, was super slow into the pits. Yes, it is raining, so there could be some rain chaos at the end of this Grand Prix. But it's going to go down the wire.
It is going to go down to the wire, but Brown is actually not struggling anymore.
As here goes now,
Matza.
Oh, that's Bezzy. I thought that was a big lag there. I thought he hit the wall where Mary gets another 3-second time penalty, as it looked like he hit the wall there, but he did not. Bezzy gets another 3 seconds as well, as now it's going to be a lot of 3-second time penalties applied to the drivers. Brown gets a 3-second time penalty, the man who's on the inters for around 4 laps now, as he's going to try and do something about as the rain's getting a bit heavier.
Getting heavier.
Yeah, but the rain's getting slightly heavier, as yes, it is looking to be more wet, but I'm not sure it's going to be inters at the end of this Grand Prix. I think the rain might have come a little too late, and now Backwards Boys is leading this Grand Prix. DPT's rejoined once again, as JMBC will go super deep into turn 10, as there's yellow flags. That is Williams of Brown, as he's DNF'd.
Oh no, maybe the inters was not the way to go then. Oh no, I don't know where he is, but let's go on board with Leo. Oh, he's lucky he's not right in the middle of the track. I think that could be a DNF on purpose, but I'm really not sure.
Yeah, it looks like a bit of a crash, but yeah, it might look like a crash, but the incident has been cleared. But Shortbread is losing a bit of time here. Backwards Boy might be out of DRS just about, but it's looking very interesting still.
Yeah, it's looking very interesting, and I do think that Backwards Boy is going to take the win on track, but Shortbread will obviously win on penalties.
As we have got still James Surreal, as the rain is starting to get a bit heavier, as but yeah, it's not getting as heavy as the drivers wanted to, but I don't think, but now the rain droplets are on the onboards of the cars.
Oh, Bearsy's gone! Bearsy's round!
Oh, Bearsy's round, that's going to ruin his podium hopes, and he's down to P6 now. But rain is dropping very aggressively, and the drivers who are on the inters might start get a bit of an advantage here, but the inters,
but it's a bit too late.
It's a bit too late for inters, as now Shortbread's just about a second behind here. So it's the final lap of the Grand Prix. Backwards Boy will get, but he gets a lot of oversteer. And now this is the final lap of this Canadian Grand Prix. This is going down to the wire.
Sorry, I've got to go after the end of this race.
That's absolutely fine. As yeah, I'll bet. Yeah, Bearsy had a very good race there. Really unfortunate for him, as Bearsy's just got a bit of did the tie in the grass. But Low Lion, Shortbread might maybe get this move done, maybe not, because mistakes can still happen. But there's rain now on the asphalt, so that means now rain is getting heavier.
Yeah.
So let's see now. Bearsy does get another 3-second time penalty, as it's all kicking off here, as it's looking like it's gonna be all fine. But Shortbread does have, but it's gonna be Backwards Boy. Done a pretty good race, but unfortunately, penalties were not on his side. It's gonna be Backwards Boy taking the checkered flag. It's gonna be Shortbread taking the Canadian Grand Prix. Matza and Simon at Apex, both the brothers, are going to be sharing in the podium. Backwards Boy 4th, Mario 5th, Bearsy 6th, Skeldog 7th, Lumisu shoots into 5th. So it's a 5-4-5 for the team. for the Alfa Romeo team. Still have Ferrari into P8. A pretty good comeback for him as he's into P8. 22 milliseconds behind Bearsy, as that is the race done.
Yeah, so thank you for having me here today. It's Zex Fight. Unfortunately, I can't commentate my favourite bit, the one-shot quali, with my beloved shortbread, but make sure you can do that for me. See you next week. I will do the full thing next week, so see you then.
Yep,
Thanks.
see you then. So that is unfortunately Lowline leaving us, but that is the end of the Grand Prix. So as now our Peter now is gonna be crossing the line here, but now he's gonna just have a bit of a weed. But that is the Grand Prix. Soft, not right tire, not sure, but that is the Grand Prix. That was some race, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah. Sorry everyone, but that's a great race, and Shortbread once again taking the win here, and does an outstanding display of the Grand Prix. But it's going to be Shortbread taking the win from Matza, Simon at Apex, Backwards Boy, Billy Misu, Mario Bearsy, CLM Ferrari, Skeldog, Spanel, Liam, RP Takami, JMB Surreal, and then Brown, DBD and ASOC. It's double DNF for Red Bull, both of them DNFing at the end of this Grand Prix. But that was a very, very interesting race, though, as thank you for joining. There's one more race to go, so don't leave us yet, but can't wait for the next race, as we'll be taking a very, very, very short break, and we'll be back very, very shortly for some more racing, and we will be back for some more racing. See you guys very, very shortly. I am back. Hello everybody, but yeah, that was a crazy first race, but we are back. So, one shot clock gonna stand. We're a bit in the wet condition, so let's see how all the laps go. But that was a very interesting end to the race. So, um, so when Siam Ferrari and Billy Misha made a bit of contact, Siam Ferrari actually spun, so that was very unfortunate for them. But let's see how well they do. So, Ringmaster here for pole, hopefully. We'll see Bearsy, but let's see Bearsy. What can he do? As he loves the rain. As we get now the let's count down for one shot qualifying, and then the race in the F2 point format. As now we're going to be selected to go on board with one of the drivers here to see how well they do in the race. But we're soon going to wait 30 extra seconds here, as now everyone's getting their setups nicely prepared and ready for the Grand Prix. So let's see how will the race go here in Montreal next after this one shot quality. But let's get started then. So hopefully as we've got now Brown, let's see what can he do here. I was now actually gonna go as now we see Ferrari now through turns 1 and 2 here, getting the car nicely and powered down into turn number 2, turn nuts 1, 2 and 3. You see Ferrari at the moment, pole position for him, as at the moment is a very good for him. Bearsy's P2 at the moment, Seal Ferrari P1. Yeah, makes a bit of a mistake there, but he gets a very good run, as now he's leading the one-shot qualifying run, so he's looking for his first pole position in Gavra Racing at the moment. Let's see, can he do it? As now Cammy is lagged out, I think, and DBD is retired as well as Bears has crashed, so that's a big thing there. As now Siam Ferrari is going to have a good exit out of here, P2 at the moment, as now he's going to fly through turn 10, now getting the car prepared for turn 12 and 13, which is going to be very, very difficult to navigate, as smooth as butter on the throttle there, as he does get the car nicely rotated, but short Ferrari down to 4th there, as that's P4 for him. Billy Misu lined up alongside him, as that is qualifying, as that is a very, very good race result there. A result there from qualifying, but Bearsy out of qualifying, which is very interesting. So, Shortbread on pole, Mario Batza, Siam Ferrari 4th, as we've got then Billy Misu 6th, 5th, Cami 6th, Spanel 7th, Arpita 8th, and then we've got James Roll 9th, and closing the top 10 is Isaac Brown, Skeldog, Simon at Apex, Backwards Boy, DBD and Bearsy are the ones who got unfortunately outside the top 10. But yeah, Pierre backtrack, but a lot of people like it. Personally, I do like it a bit, not a lot, but a bit. I do like it slightly, as it kind of does make it pretty chaotic, especially with penalties. But let's see how well the race goes. So now going to be waiting for obviously the game to load up, as it's going to be cloudy. So let's see, it's going to be another maybe race in the wet. Let's see, but obviously anything can happen. Obviously the conditions around Canada can be pretty wet and pretty sunny, but let's see how well it be right here. So let's see. So we've got now 10 seconds till till we now can go onto track side and see how the drivers are prepared. So we've got pretty much everybody. Shortbread's on the mediums. Back Mario P2 as we've got Shortbread, JMB Surreal, Isaac, as it's actually raining now, so it's gonna be a very interesting start. So JMB Surreal, on his beloved mediums, and then Brown, Skeldog, Simon, Apex, DBD, and Shortbread on the mediums, and the rest of the grid are on the soft tires here. So it might be a pretty smart decision to go on the soft sets, have the most grip out there. So let's see how will this go, but it's going to be a very interesting race. And I think it's going to be a crazy start to this Grand Prix, as CM Ferrari and Blumisu has contact at the first race. Let's see what can he do. Let's see if hopefully they'll race nice and clean for the next race. As I'm going to be counting down to the final couple of corners, and now the driver's going to get ready for the race here. The race starts. So we are still just waiting as the rain gets heavier. So the race is just getting a lot heavier. Shortbread now everyone is under AI control, where most of the grid is now coming up to this. That's where the AI control. So now the track, all the cars are going to get ready here to race, as we're going to see how will the rain how quick will the rain come, but we know that's going to be but now we're going to be waiting here for a couple of seconds for the race start. Now it's going to be green flags waving, as now it's going to be lights counting down here for the start of this Grand Prix. Lights out very soon. It's lights out and away we go. That's Shortbread getting a very good start, as now that's CLM Ferrari now going round the outside. Billy Misu has not done a pretty good start. There's a bit of contact between Mats and CLM Ferrari. CLM Ferrari up into P3. Shortbread does get a good start. Mario now is going to try and get Shortbread here as quick as he can. Our Peter now ahead of Cami here, as it's a lot of action going on. That's Spanel, and that's Bazy as well starting, as that is Spanel there. Down the grid there's yellow flags spreaded around the circuit, but it's Skeldog now getting ahead of Simon at Apex, as it's all kicking off at the start of this Grand Prix. As now Isaac's trying to go maybe at 10-10 on Backwards Boy. He's not going to do the send on him, but he's going to try and maybe look into turn 12 and 13, but Backwards Boy could maybe try and look for Cami here, who is pretty close, but Cami is now ahead of Jamie Cyril. Backwards Boy. Is he going to follow Cami? No, he's not, and he's going to stay. But here goes maybe Mario into turn 1, but he's not going to challenge him, as he's still just super close to Shortbread, but it is getting more wet. Race after race, but the title rivals are close once again, as the third title rival is pretty close back in P8 after having a very poor qualifying, but still it's going to be a very close race, as so the personal strategy is going to be soft to medium or hard to medium, which I don't see a lot of drivers starting on the hards, which is really obviously pointless. But we've got Matza here super close, nicely ahead of Billy Musa. Maybe Billy Musa is going to try and get Matza here, but he gets pretty poor traction, as Skilled, I believe, just got past Isaac here at turn 10, as at the moment that's Matzo and CLM Ferrari, as CLM Ferrari getting the move done, but now Billy Misu now is going to try and get past, and that's someone going super slow. That's Peter at the final corner. Something has happened to him. I think he's got damage to the front wing, as yes he does, to the end plate on the left hand side, and that is very unfortunate. But let's see how we'll but yes, I even prefer cheddar. Yeah, definitely Piero, but let's see, as it's getting heavier lap by lap, the rain is getting more harder for the drivers to control it, but Billy Misu super close to CLM Ferrari, who's now gonna be now under pressure from Billy Misu here. Billy Misu gonna try and look for him, but CLM Ferrari has the DRS. Billy Misu using the DRS as he's using a bit of VRS as he's have to look on it on the Polish driver. As does get a bit of a board exit. Now they're going to be side by side, as now it's going to be wheel to wheel into turn one, as Ferrari brakes super late, and but there's nearly contact again between them. As yeah, basically I saw Billy Misu there, Ferrari going off the track there a bit, but then coming back. He was just behind Billy Misu there, and Billy Misu just nearly turns into him there, so very unfortunate for him. But now Ferrari is going to try and go for Billy Misu, but backwards boy is now P6, so let's see how will this go. But it's going to be a very, very rancid battle between them, as it's going to be foot to the floor for most of the drivers on lap one. Yeah, and then the rest. Oh, and Pierre is not have a lot of experience, but didn't mess too much. But yeah, here goes James Rule now on Simon Apex. Simon that Apex will have the DRS, pair of them will have, so there's going to be side by side between them. But CLM Ferrari now on, as he does get a bit of oversteer there, so the rain is kicking off and it's getting pretty severe. James will get a penalty of 3 seconds, as it's going to be now very treacherous, the conditions, as it could be inters now, as James Rule is the first candidate to put on the inters. Now let's see, will that help him? But Mario, that's Mario at turn just before that corner, so he must have spun there and lost the rear end. That's super unfortunate for Mario. Now Billy and now CLM up to P4, as he's now that is super unfortunate. That's Mario once again. Spinning out, and that is very unfortunate for him, who's done a very good race, but unfortunately that is ended it in shambles, as Skeldog does get past backwards boy, as it looks like probably just about, as that's Mario once again spinning, as the tyres must be absolutely overheated, as that backwards boy on Skeldog. Ferrari pits for the inters, as well as Simon at Apex. The rest of the grid stay out, but CLM Ferrari goes for the inters and gets out nicely, and that could help CLM Ferrari maybe pull off a good undercut on backwards boys Skeldog, Billy Misu and Shortbread. That's Billy Misu hitting the wall at turn, and that's a big damage for him, and that is really unfortunate. He's got front wing damage, and backwards boy, as now he goes back, Skeldog gone backwards boy, as now he's going to be foot to the floor maybe, or not. There's a bit of contact, there's maybe front wing damage. There's someone going very slow. That's Mario out to the pits and last place, but we're just gonna have a quick look, see, but yeah, it looks like it could be just about the intermediates here, but the inters look to be much quicker into this part of the race. So that's someone going slow. Mats are spinning at turn 10, and CLM Ferrari picks up a place. As now Billy Misu and all the other drivers pit, as Billy and Stevie D ahead will definitely pit, And there's someone going slow again. I'm not sure if that's I think that was Simon, that Apex. But Shortbread continues on and thinks that the mediums are still good. But look at the undercut. CLM has pulled. As that is super good. That's a DBD. That's a massive crash. That's a massive spin there from DBD. That's hampered CLM, and now he's behind Skeldog. As that is super unfortunate. As now it's gonna see as now let's see Skeldog now versus CLM, but it's still CLM with the DRS is now going to use it here to gain a bit on him, on Skeldog, but it's still foot to the floor, but Ferrari just about out of DRS range, and that's super unfortunate. That's ISOC. That's ISOC spinning, and that is super unfortunate for him. Billy Misu pitting for the mediums, interestingly, as it looks like, yeah, the track is definitely wet, and now it might look like to be inters now very soon. But here goes maybe Mats on CLM, but he does not get the move on him now, as now the DRS does get disabled, as that is going to be super crucial, as now Shawbird does get ahead of Skilled, but look at the margin, by about nearly 10 seconds. That is a very big margin. Yeah, I'm wondering why Billy Misu did not put on the inters and thinks that the mediums are the better tyre to go on, and I certainly disagree with that. Look at the oversteer he's getting as he spun. And yes, I definitely now I should suggest to Billy Misu that he's got to put on the inters now, otherwise he'll be spinning constantly. As Backwards Boy maybe now on Brown, as that's Backwards Boy hitting the wall there. That's a big crash. That's Backwards when Brown is spun as well, got a bit half spun, and that is Backwards Boy now with damage to the front wing, and that is gonna not help him at all. Super unfortunately, very crucial for constructors as well, as Alfa Romeo not having a good race. A second race here, but let's see, Matza, what can he do here? Maybe on CLM Ferrari, but Matza's got absolutely zero ERS. CLM Ferrari's just saving it. Yeah, from Matza, but it's looking like it's gonna be Matza's all over CLM Ferrari, but Matza does have a penalty of 3 seconds. Billy Misu does pit for the inters as well as Backwards, but it's gonna be a double stack at Alfa Romeo, as Backwards Boy now goes into the pits for a new front wing, as Billy Misu joins in but now Mario's now on DBD, who's going to try and defend from Mario, as Mario does get a bit of oversteer there, so the conditions are not suiting the drivers a lot here, as now Matt is losing a bit of time. The CLM Ferrari with a massive lockup, as that is not going to help him. But CLM Ferrari does get a very nice exit, and that's going to help him from Matza a lot, but CLM looks like to maybe go for a podium once again. Skeldog gets a 3-second time penalty, so that is going to be a very big one. So let's see, Shortbread, how much warnings? He doesn't have no warnings at the moment. Skeldog has just picked up a penalty. CLM has 2 warnings. And how much does Mr. Matza have? He's got 3 warnings. And San Bears, he gets a penalty, so now a lot of drivers getting penalties. CLM Ferrari, Shortbread, Cami and Spaniel and Arpita are the ones who don't have penalties here in this Grand Prix. As we're gonna see how will this go, but now backwards boy gets a 3-second time penalty, but we've got CLM Ferrari still under the pressure from Matza here. Cammy driving very nicely here, P5 for the Aston Martin driver, who's looking well indeed for some good points for the Aston Martin outfit, as his teammates all the way at the back of the grid here in P16, which is not good. But Cammy doing a very good drive after a series of not the best races for him, but he's doing a very good race. If he keeps it on the track, this is going to be a very good race for him. But here are the penalties if you guys wish to see of how will this go. But it's just still a very big battle here. Mats is losing a bit of time under CLM Ferrari, so Mats losing a bit of time here. So it's 7 more laps until the end of this Grand Prix, as it's looking still very, very, very close between them, but it looks like Mats is losing just a bit of too much time, and CLM Ferrari's just got to look at the ERS he has compared to Mats, who's got just about nothing on the cards, as CLM as now RP to getting a penalty of 3 seconds, as DPT as well does get a penalty, as it's still going to be Shortbread leading this race. He's now looking, driving his own race, and he's going to try and get a very good result, and get second place, and will get very good results. I think that's Billy Misu, and that's Backwards Boy actually spinning where he actually spun initially, as that is really unfortunate for him, as that's a very unfortunate. I think he might have have a bit of damage, does Backwards Boy. He does have damage, as that is super unfortunate for him, as it's not going to help him. Matza 1.3 seconds behind CLM Ferrari, so CLM Ferrari is just driving away here from Skeldog here, as Skeldog's just managing his own race, trying to stay ahead of CLM Ferrari, and he's going to try and stay ahead of the 3-second gap, and if he does get another one, then he's just got to make up 1.3 seconds to get 6 seconds nicely cleared. But we've got a nice camera shot of CLM Ferrari here, as now it's Backwards Boy retiring in the pit lane, as he is out of this Grand Prix, as Backwards Boy has left the session, as that was a very nice view of the driver in Suburb. Very unfortunate for Backwards Boy, who is out of this Canadian Grand Prix for race 2. CLM Ferrari's just trying to defend from that side, is looking to be all fine at the moment. Yes, so sorry for Backwards. Yeah, after doing this very good for race 1, he's now out of the race in P2. CLM Ferrari does get a 3-second time penalty, as he is now got a penalty, so now it's indeed on to Matza and CLM Ferrari, but Matza has a penalty, as Matza does get a bit of a bad exit. That's going to lose him a lot of time, as that's 2 seconds now ahead of CLM Ferrari. That is very big for the race, but it's now going to be a very, very big gas. But Bearsy now maybe going to try and get a move on from Brown at Isaac at turn 2, as he's retired from the session. Now, could that be a safety car? And if it is, then this is going to be an absolutely chaotic race, as it probably is not, but hopefully it will not. But let's see, as Isaac has left the session, as it looks like to be green flag racing, hopefully. As yes, it looks like to be all fine, as there's green flags, and Isaac is out once again. That's a double DNF for Isaac here. Very unfortunate, and Mario, very interestingly, still behind DBD here, so pretty good fight. He's putting up a nice fight here, DBD. And defending from Mario. Is there still someone watching? There definitely is, Gavra, definitely is. But DBD has just got such a good defense here as he's trying to do that, but as he's actually spun, as that is really unfortunate for him, as Piero is watching, as DBD's now retired from the Grand Prix. Another double DNF for Red Bull for the second time this weekend, as it's probably maybe a safety car, as maybe it could be Bilimisu with another penalty of 3 seconds. As I'm talking alone in the chat tonight. Well, you're not, but anyway, not really talking alone, but anyway, that's fine. But there'll definitely be more people talking come the other days. But Cami's still managing the gap here. Simon at Apex doesn't look like to get the gap, but it looks like to be nicely managed here from Cami. Still on P5, they're losing a bit of time. Mats is losing more time to CL and Ferrari, so CL Ferrari now is going to try and manage the gap, as Geldog and CL Ferrari's pace looks to be very similar. As Shortbread is now just running his absolutely own race, as he's now going to try and get this win and come home with 2 trophies in his tally in Gavra Racing. Shortbread is just dominating this season, but dominating this weekend, I should say, not dominating this championship. But that is, I think I was Brown now exiting the plane just ahead of Shortbread, who's just about to get lapped, who's on fresh intermediates, as Shortbread is now just got around 3 laps to go in this race. As we've got a bit of a battle here with Bilimisu and Bears. Let's see how will this one go into the final corners, as Bezzy is super brave and he does manage to defend the position, but Bilimisu might have a run here on Bezzy, as he's not going to have a go at him. He's just a bit too far back here to face a challenge, but he's going to stay behind on Bezzy just for a moment, and he's going to try and maybe overtake Bezzy here on the back straight, or maybe the main straight. But it's still a lot of opportunities here for Bilimisu to get past Bezzy, as he's just about 2 tenths back, so it's nothing too serious, as we've got Bilimisu just under the pressurizing Bezzy here, maybe into the hairpin. He might have a go here, as he does send it, as there's no contact at the moment. Bilimisu has a bit of contact, it looked like, but now Bilimisu is going to try and now get past Bezzy. Bezzy closes down the door and now is behind Bezzy once again, but it's looking very close. Bilimisu just looking for the move on Bezzy, but still it's just super close between them, as it's gonna be toe to toe here, but it looks like it's gonna be very close indeed. But still, Sian Ferrari is still managing the gap here, increasing it lap by lap, as Mats is just slowly going back. But Cami will probably get P4 here unless he spins, but our Peter gets a penalty of 3 seconds. If Shortbread wins this race too, tonight he'll have recovered. Yeah, you'll definitely have recovered. But now he starts the last lap of this Grand Prix, as is going to be a very, very interesting battle. There's a lot of debris on the track, as is that Kami? No, no, that is Arpita. But Bezzy and Bilimisu fighting once again. Who's leading the championship? Probably Mario. Mario's probably leading the championship. Yes, Mario is leading, but Bezzy and oh, that's a lot of contact, and that is Bezzy nearly off there, and I'm not sure what happened there, but it looked like there's a lot of contact. I don't think there's any damage for the pair of them. But yeah, before Canada, but there's a bit of as at the moment that is Alpita out of this Grand Prix, but the man on the mission, Shortbread, the Weekend League reigning world champion, has done an absolutely amazing race. As you're going to go through the final chicane, he's done an absolutely stellar race, not under threat at all in this Grand Prix, but he does get P1 for this Grand Prix, as he does get the win, and that is a great one. Skeldog takes P2. Ferrari does get his podium, P3. Matza tried to get CLM Ferrari, but just gone back a bit of a pace. Kami, is he gonna get P4? Yes, he will. And that's a great result from Kami. Really proud of him there. Matza P5. Simon, that Apex P6. I think JMB Surreal as but yeah, Billy Misu now, as that's Bezzy nearly getting Billy Misu, but Billy Misu just about edges ahead of him as Bezzy is down, but at P9. But Mario, the championship leader, is not going to be happy with this one. He takes P10, as that is not the race he's been hoping for, but that was the race, and it was a pretty chaotic one. And yeah, great racing from all the drivers. Was definitely more calmer than the last race, but definitely that was a very interesting race to see. And thank you everybody for seeing that. But yeah, that's going to be Shortbread once again winning the race win as Skeldog, saying P2, 12 to P2, as it's a very good result. Very good job from you, Mr. Skeldog, but it's going to be a British 1-2, so very good to see there. GG to everybody, as now we're just going to send in the results to the Instagram admin. But yeah, that's going to be short by taking home the win and the fastest lap, and that's a very good statement to show there from him. Skeldog P2 there for P12, CM Ferrari P4 to P3, very good. But Kami, what a race from him, very good job from him. Matza 5th, as the both Dutchmen start at 5th and 6th. Sam Apex doing a very good comeback from P13 to P6, JB Surreal 7th, Billy Misu 8th, Bezzy 9th, Mario in the top 10, just about, as Spannel, Brown, Arpita, DBD, Isaac and Backwards Boy outside the top 10, and Arpita, DBD and Isaac and Backwards Boy are the drivers who retired unfortunately in this Grand Prix, but that is a very good race. Thank you everybody for watching, and that is going to conclude this Grand Prix and the weekend, as it's gonna be a very interesting race, as now we're gonna see how will it go. But yeah, so for the academy for tomorrow, Natsy's going to commentate that one, as on Tuesday it's going to be me and Geek Fusion for the Freshman League. As for Wednesday, it will be the sorry about that. For Premier Series, it will be me, Toussaint and Bonivo, and for Thursday it's gonna be me and the Scout and and not me in the scout town. It's going to just be me, I believe. But Friday's going to be probably GT Sport again. As Sunday, it will be the weekend league once again. See you guys very soon.